All right, class. So we have a couple things that we need to do. We're going to start looking at the beginning of American government, and we're going to use a few tools that we're going to use throughout the year. Last class we got our Google Classroom set up, so we'll utilize that. But we're going to start off by looking at the beginning of American government. The objective is that you will construct a cartoon reflecting the principles of American government in order to correlate the past with current events. Students will read and analyze text, write summaries, you'll dialogue with each other, you'll end up creating a Powtoon, and then you're going to present your work at the end. So you're going to be using Padlet, Powtoon, ushistory.org, and your cell phone if you have one, and we have the iPads up front. If you have any other sources, you can use them. I know some of you have laptops. So the first part that you all are going to do over the next 2 class periods is you're going to work in groups that I'm going to put you in. You're going to summarize on Padlet the section that I give you, and I'm going to show you that in a second. So there's going to be 5 groups, and some of your groups are going to be bigger because there's more content. So let me show you where we're going to go. So we're going to go to U.S. History here. This is what you all are going to be using for your resources. Okay, so there's different sections and different groups. So you're going to go in. So if I look at the nature of government, you're going to go in here. You're going to read through it, and because there's more people in your group, you can actually break it down a little bit easier, and put the work out. But I'm giving you 2 days, and that's more than enough time to go over it. So then you're going to go to Padlet, and on here, so if you're group 1, the nature of government, you're going to add a post. Now the only problem is that I can't add another one until I've written on here and saved it, so you might have to do it one at a time. But as you can see, it tells me whose name is there. So make sure you log in and use your PGCPS login when you guys log into Padlet, because you're going to be using Padlet often enough throughout the year. Okay, so for each group, again, you go back here, you're reading through it. Now, I know that you all have talked about taking notes in previous classes, I'm sure. In this class, I don't need it word for word. I need it short, sweet, and to the point. There's not a lot of space. You can bullet points. You can, because you're not writing physically, you're not going to be able to write symbols, but you can add in and just make it short and sweet. You don't need to add the ands and the its. Just keep it short and simple, because everybody's going to go back and be looking at your notes, and they should just get a general idea. And when you do the Powtoon, you're going to be taking what you've analyzed here and summarized here and putting it into your Powtoon in picture form. All right, so that's the first one, part 1. That's going to be worth 10 points, per person. Part 2 is during the next 2 class periods. I'm going to give you warm-ups, which will be posted on your Google Classroom. And I'm going to add in news articles, homework assignments that you're going to have to do with current events. And that's actually, some of them may be homework and some of them may be added into your group work over the next 2 days, because it's current events happen all the time because they're current. It depends on what's happening, it's going on, that I will add in, and what I will add in and how it relates. So then that's going to be part of what you're going to also add into your Powtoon, is looking at not just the notes that you got from U.S. History, but then whatever articles and warm-ups I give you in class and for homework that you're going to need to do. All right, your third part is going to be your assessment, which is creating the Powtoon. And it may take 2 or 3 class periods. I'm thinking probably closer to 3, but if it's 2, great. If the third day is only presentations, that's fine. And we'll play it by ear as far as timing is concerned. But you're going to present on the last day. So whatever the last day you're going to present. And all you should be able to do is play your Powtoon. You shouldn't have to say anything. So you're going to create a Powtoon using the information from your section, correlating it to current events, and presenting it to the class along with your Padlet notes. So you're going to have to present your Padlet notes as well. Now, I am not great at the Powtoons. I know that you all have used them before in other classes, and I'm sure some of you, at least one person in your group, will be the master of Powtoon. But this is my Powtoon. Don't laugh. I will post all of these things on Google Classroom so you can look and look at your Powtoon. And I'm just going to play a little bit of it. Okay, so I've added in some of the things from that original one talking about the philosophers originally. Now, when I get down here, let me move forward really quick. So this would be a visual of a current event, and then you can add in, the consent of the governed, and are they protesting, who are they electing into office, whatever, however you want to correlate to current events, that's what you're going to put in your Powtoon. Now, if you know anything about Powtoons, there's a lot of different things that you can do. Let me see. So when you go into Powtoons, I don't know why I'm having a problem. Hold on one second. All right, I apologize for that. So there's different ways that you can do the Powtoons. You can do an explainer video, a market video, infograph, presentation, video ads, but there's got to be visuals, there's got to be written words, and there has to be audio. So those are three components. And I'm leaving it kind of open because I want to, since it's the beginning of the year, I just want to see what you all are able to do. And we'll go from there. If you have any questions or anything, I will post everything on Google Classroom, so it'll be available to you even at home. If you have any questions, let me know. And then we'll get started into our groups. Thanks, guys.